All right, and welcome to another edition of Pubcasting Requests to TI8. So we got one here. I believe was like a 48-minute game. Didn't want to look too far into it. Didn't really want to know who won or anything like that. But let's go around the horn really quickly as we take a look. Kunkka, Lena, Viper, Ogre, Spirit Breaker. So not too bad in terms of picks. I mean, Viper is going to be going in the off lane, which is not too normal. Of course, you've got Lena in the mid lane, and then Kunkka's safe lane. Kunkka's safe lane is okay, but he's more of a mid laner at the moment. And before I kind of get further on that, you've got the Shackles coming out from Wood, as well as the Venomous Gale through onto this Kunkka. Burrow Strike hits on both Kunkka as well as the Spirit Breaker, looking for the Torrent, but it's not going to help him as Woot draws that first blood. 4 heroes here for the Dire. And they do get that first blood. Woot is the one who gets, and they place a nice, deep offensive ward. They've also got the sniper here. You have to be very careful. Venomous Gale hits, so this is going to let this Sand King catch up, get the Burrow Strike, and with the damage coming out from this Dire side, I just don't think this Spirit Breaker is getting away, especially with Empowering Haste first, which is an interesting choice. But 2 kills there for the Dire. Go around the horn on the Dire. Let's take a look. Moldova on the Venomancer. Melina switching over from Mortal Kombat to the Dota universe on that Sand King. Woot with the Shadow Shaman, which we saw get that first blood. Wisher with the Sniper over mid. And then finally, Lego not holding any egos on the Gyrocopter over towards top. So we'll be here with the Venomancer, who looking like he's going to be in a 4-position role as they put the Sand King in the offlane, looking to have him farm. He took that Burrow Strike first to get that kill. We'll probably see him go more into the Caustic Finale, try and get that farm. But against this Ogre, against the Viper, have to be careful in this top lane. The damage that can come out from the Viper, especially when Bloodlust is finally taken on this Ogre Magi, definitely could prove to be an issue. But they immediately go with the Venomous Gale. I think Shackles was started and stopped there by Woot almost immediately. So they've split up quite a bit. Woot taking a little bit of damage here over towards top as Lego and Moldova, they needed to try and make a turnaround because now Woot's got the Shackles. So Shackles come out. There's the Rocket Barrage coming through. Lego has got himself another kill here as he's 2-0-1 already. And I'm not exactly sure you still want to trade here, Viper. Luckily enough for you, no Venomous Gale available for Moldova, but they are getting the levels. They are dominating this lane. And pushing that Ogre Magi out early is very important. But meanwhile, over bottom, got the Kunkka here. He's doing an alright job in terms of last hitting 7 and 3. Moldova comes here bottom. You know, now with no mana after the TP, I don't exactly understand what you're looking to accomplish, especially without a Mango. Maybe a Venomous Gale there helps you get that kill, but without it, it just doesn't seem all too possible to get a kill in this lane, and maybe just trying to help protect Melina, who level 2 has gone in that Caustic. So X with the Torrent into the charge, no greater bash available, so the Burrow Strike comes out on 2. Venomancer able to just walk away. Double damage just sitting here over bottom. Take a look in the mid lane, 8 and 3 for the Sniper, 6 and 4 for the Lena. So they probably won't get too close to each other. I don't expect this Sniper to go down unless the Spirit Breaker doesn't make a charge, especially with that bash available. You want to be able to just lock in this Sniper, and that starts with the charge and the bash that comes through. You wind it up with a Light Strike Array, which is not skilled up just yet for, well, obvious reasons if they're not looking to be aggressive, and Dragon Slave always nice on the higher levels, as well as the Fiery Soul. So we'll see how Mute does over mid. Is Venomancer again getting quite low, and last hit comes in from Substar. So with that double damage, he's able to get a kill on Moldova, at least back to full mana. I mean, that's really what you want. So the Venomancer drops, Sand King getting low as well. The double damage just doing so much. Now they've got the X. They'll line that up with the Torrent under the tower. I don't know if you want to be here, but no Venomancer, no TP, and his TP's not on cooldown, right? I mean, I guess I can't tell because he doesn't have one, but he'll walk all the way back to lane. I don't know about that. I don't know if that... All he has to do in that situation is TP in and Venomous Gale, and he's got the kill, so... Interesting little turn of events there. So South pop by the Spirit Breaker. Just trying to get back to full health, full mana. Moldova. With this Plague Ward, of course, with this ward already spots out this Spirit Breaker. And now the look is on as the charge comes out into the X. Gonna look to follow that up with a Torrent. Will finally land, and the bash comes through, but there's a nice stun coming out on two of these heroes. Plague Ward's around the horn here. And, again, still very ambitious from Moldova to go for that play, but now Venomous Gale hits. Substar has to be careful. Molina looking with the Burrow Strike once again, and with the Caustic Finale slowing him down, and one more shot. Moldova does end up getting the kill. They might even get the Kunkka here as they start to chase. They don't have enough mana to get the Burrow Strike out once again. No Clarities, no Mangoes, but with the Shrapnel, with the range, with the Caustic, Wisher coming down bottom, and they will grab that kill in the Kunkka. So 2 kills in this bottom lane for the Dire side. Nicely done to really, especially after losing that Venomancer, take over this lane with a couple of kills. So 5-2. Still pretty close in terms of net worth. 5 minutes into this game. This is an old game, so bounty runes are still every 2 minutes. Although, yeah, they're not exactly... That doesn't line up there. Okay. So as time goes on, patches made, replays not lining up. Boot over top, Shackles coming through. Rocket Barrage available. Doesn't actually go for the kill. They were very close to tower. You don't want to dive too deep, lose yourself the advantage that you've made in this lane. And now the TP comes out, I believe. Maybe I just kind of missed that. I don't know if they finished the TP there. Maybe they messed it up, but it looked for a moment there was a TP out. I don't believe it was Aomine Daki, but I wasn't exactly paying attention too well, I guess. So now behind Wisher, this is what you want. You want to have him behind, push him further into the lane, have the stun ready to line up here with the Laguna Blade. And not a lot of health here for Mute. If the rotation comes out quick enough, they should be able to get the kill. The stun doesn't land on Wisher, but does not go deep enough into those trees. You don't even need to use that Laguna Blade, which I thought might be used to get this kill, but they don't even need it. So now you've got the urn. You'll fill up the bottle once you get that next rune, get the Laguna Blade back, not on cooldown anymore, and you could turn that into another kill if you're Lina. So having to very much be careful is the Dire, especially, again, this sniper. He'll come back to lane, maybe get charged one more time, then they land the stun on the Laguna Blade. That could just serve to be instant death here for Wisher if he's not too careful. And for right now, Substar is over towards top. They've got the Shackles onto the Viper. There's the charge as well as the Fireball is coming out from the Ogre Magi. And with this damage from the Viper as well as these two other heroes, they'll get themselves the kill on Woot. Looking for Lego for a moment. But he's able to back off efficiently and or effectively enough to be out of the range of a death here. And again, this is Viper being decently tanky with the 9 armor. Kunkka going down over towards bottom. Molina gets that kill. Charge will come through, but I don't exactly know if, honestly, Spirit Breaker is going to make it there in time. He charges right across mid. Molina's still going back. No rotations. Needs the Burrow Strike desperately to hit before he gets hit with this charge. And there it is under the tier 2 tower. Urn is popped, but now Substar in a little bit of trouble. Nobody coming over to help Molina, who does have Burrow Strike again in just a moment. Just out of range. Maybe looking for it across these trees. Here comes Moldova, and this is Substar in way too much trouble as the Burrow Strike hits, and Moldova gets the kill. So ambitious for sure from the Spirit Breaker. And does not result in the way he was looking.
I'll take your tribute.
Which is fine. I mean, it's not the worst thing to give up a kill as a Spirit Breaker. You definitely don't want to be in that spot. And Molina getting charged here. So we'll see if they can turn this into a kill. Moldova, again, still here, level 5, not close to level 6, so he doesn't have that Poison Nova available to him. But here's the X. They'll line it up with the Torrent and the boat and the charge at the same time. So this should be a kill. And, oh, Burrow Strike on 2, and maybe I've spoken a little bit too soon because the Venomous Gale slows him up. Of course, they do have the vision here, so they might be able to charge once again, and I think that's what Substar is looking for. And there it is. There's the vision. There's the charge. Burrow Strike available, and again, Substar getting locked in. Molina looking for the epicenter, but no Burrow Strike, no Force Staff, no Blink, and this is going to hit onto nothing. Meanwhile, Wisher with the Laguna Blade dropping over mid. Burrow Strike finally does hit Substar. Charge comes out, but the damage too heavy from the Dire, and they will take out Substar once again. Lena does get the kill over mid. That's Wisher's second death, 0-2 and 2. And we switch it over the net worth. About 10 minutes in, we take a look. Lena leading the charge, so to say, I guess. So Mute doing a decent job right now in terms of farm, and actually the Gyro now overtaking that spot. He's having himself quite a good lane, 3-0 and 1. They're going to look for the Shackles. Mute is here. You have to be careful. Light Strike Array, and there's the damage. There's the kill. The charge is even looked at over for a moment over top. Charge will come through onto the creeps, and there's the stun. Double kill for Mute. Bit too ballsy. With Mute coming over, you are going to end up paying, so. Unfortunately for the Dire, they lose 2 in that spot. Pushes Mute way up in terms of net worth. And Dragon Slave, no dust, but they have the charge, so they know where he's at. They might be able to line up a kill regardless. Stun. He's going to whiff. Dragon Slave not there as well. And there's the Shrapnel on top of Substar. You need to be very careful in this spot. Assassinate is there for this sniper, but he looks to move forward, and all of a sudden he's hit by the Light Strike Array, the Laguna Blade, and one more shot from you to get the kill. So again, Wisher just looking a little bit too far forward, and this has cost the Dire multiple times. As it's hurt the Radiant, they kind of tunnel vision on these kills, and it ends up really hurting them. So again, Lena just extending that net worth lead to 1,000 above this Gyrocopter as Molina gets another kill in the Kunkka. That's his 4th death in that save lane. And that came with the help of Epicenter. So Burst with Epicenter charge coming out onto Woot. Let's see what they can do. Light Strike Ray, Dragon Slave, call down, Rocket Barrage. We'll see if Lego has the damage. I don't think he does with 3 heroes. Molina coming over. Burrow Strike here, but no Epicenter. No call down. Nobody making rotations here for the Dire. They know they have vision. Just not worth it for the Dire to come through. Meanwhile, Wisher looking to try and take this bottom tier 1. There's the X. Looking for the boat. Lots of damage coming out. Kunkka trying to get this kill onto the sniper, and ooh, Tidebringer. Line Torrent. Creeps are here, and there's Tidebringer again to get that kill, and Wisher gets caught out for the 4th time as well. So these cores just moving too far forward. Taking a look over towards this top rune area is Substar, Mute, as well as 1 on the Viper, looking to maybe turn it around on Molina and Loot. Don't exactly have the damage just yet in the positioning. Don't want to go in too far with Mute a little bit low. Going for that Yule's first. Even at 10, 1,000 net worth in favor of the Dire. You take a look at these 4 heroes, especially the Viper. Oh my god. He hasn't even died, but he's below the Ogre and the Spirit Breaker. His farm is just atrocious. I don't quite understand where he's kind of lost out on farming. His lane was hard, but you haven't died yet. You've been in lane the entire time. Now look over at Lego. Here comes one. Should be a kill with the charge coming through. There's the Viper Strike, and they do get the kill on this Gyrocopter. So Mute now unstoppable, and he's really looking to open up this game for the Radiant. That's what they're trying to do here with Alina, is be aggressive. It just, to me, when you don't have farm on that Viper, I don't exactly know what you're trying to accomplish. You know, Viper needs that farm early, and it just, to me, seems like without it, this side of the Radiant's gonna fall off hard.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So let's see what they're able to do. Is meanwhile over bottom, Serpent Ward's used here by Woot. Is Semmute over again, ready with this Laguna Blade, has the Eul's, Dragon Slave as well as the Light Strike Ray, and that Fiery Soul up, Assassinate onto Mute. Has to be a little bit careful. They could go under this tier 2 tower, especially with a nice Burrow Strike from Alina, but Burrow Strike missing onto the Kunkka, and all of a sudden the boat comes through. They clean up Moldova, so just bad positioning overall from the Dire. Epicenter attempt again from Alina, that's just going to fall up short. Charge X Torrent, this is looking real bad. Light Strike Array as well as the Dragon Slave, they'll kill off 3 as they only lose the Ogre, and I say that, but the Viper one shot and not 2. So Radiant really pulling it back, getting themselves 3 kills. They lose the Ogre Magi, not the worst thing in the world. Again, they need to get this farm on the Viper. He's sitting 3rd from last, behind even the Shadow Shaman of the Dire, as they've got quite a bit of farm on their supports. So Blink Dagger here for this Venomancer, who was a support in that lane. And Sand King does have his Blink Dagger. We'll see what he's able to do, as he's missed a couple of these epicenters that have just been well off the mark. Take a look. The leads have not been big by any means, but the experience lead is there for the Radiant at the moment, and that is due in part to this Lina just kind of having a really good start at 7-0-2. The CS is not amazing, but just having those 7 kills overall, using that Laguna Blade aggressively, consistently to get these kills onto the Dire, it just has caused really the Dire a lot of harm. And Lego, you might want to be careful. Laguna Blade one shot. And that's just it. Venomous Gale misses, but the Burrow Strike is out. They might be able to finally finish off the Lina, but as I say that, Torrent, Boat, Poison Nova. That's going to be 2 kills here for the Kunkka. Just absolutely brilliant. And Moldova does finally finish off the Lina, as that is an 8 times kill streak gone. But that is post-death, no experience. Although an important kill. Kunkka really coming back into this too. He started 0-4 and 2 or 3 maybe. But now he's got 4 kills to his name, looking for the Crystal. He's looking for double Crystal. It's an interesting build. I think he wants to go into the Data Lie. So to go just into the Crystal Eye first, it's definitely interesting. He's got the Shadow Blade. Venomancer coming over, not the best move to go for this. They don't have Sentry Wards, and ooh, let's take a look in the jungle. Shackles as well as the Serpent Wards drops, kill his Viper. Again, just unable to find farm. Bottom of the net worth, sitting below the Ogre, sitting below the Spirit Breaker. It just doesn't make sense to me that he's got nowhere to find farm. It just doesn't make sense.
Gold for me.
So he should be able to just sit with Ogre and Spirit Breaker to find something.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It just, he hasn't found anything. And that's concerning, again. You can't only rely on the Lina to win this game. Take a look at what the Dire's got. I mean, they've got Gyrocopter with the SNY and Phase Boots, Sniper Scent with the Dragonlance Aquila, as well as the Power Treads, and they're pushing heavily. They've already taken to the bottom tier 2. They're working on the mid tier 1. This cuts off your spots to farm. Viper, it's going to get even harder for him to farm if this keeps up. He's got to find a spot. Light Strike Array, Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade, and Moldova. Yeah, you're going to get that tier 1 tower, but you're going to pay for it with your life, and that'll be a quick one. A 1-2-3 punch that comes out from Mute, now 9-1. Only that one death a little bit earlier. Assassinate, thought about onto Mute. Burrow Strike follows it up, and I say one death. It's now doubled into 2. Charge comes out onto Molina. Got the Sandstorm X onto himself, unfortunately, with the Kunkka, so he doesn't land that bow. Coming around will be Lego on his gyrocopter. Has the homing missile, the Hex from Woot, the Shackles Burrow Strike. This is one dead Spirit Breaker. And 2 fall over mid for the Radiant as Dire. And then they play off the miscues of the Radiant, especially that Kunkka, who's been doing quite well ever since starting the game 0-4 in that tough lane bottom. I think they're even continuing to think about going in on the Kunkka. Blink, Burrow, Assassinate. But, it is a pub game, so no detection. They do have Sentry, but they don't catch him. Burrow Strike again, deep, but no tier 2, so very dead Ogre Magi. And they're just continuing forward. There's no reason to stop at the moment. Drop these Serpent Wards to get this tier 3. Might want to control them. You know, the creeps is not your prime objective, and yeah, he'll lose his life. He's already dropped the Serpent Wards. Poison Nova, Burrow Strike on the 2. Take out 1. There's the Yules with the Torrent and the Bolt. That'll make it so Dire lose 3, and yeah, the Radiant have lost 4. They might lose a little bit of chip damage here on the tier 3. Lina does end up dropping. Kunkka the only one alive, but Lego, you have to be careful. Again, no detection, and thinking about it heavily is this Kunkka, but they'll have to back off and maybe let the tier 3 drop, but they've got the glyph, so only half damage at this point. Again, control the Serpent Wards, make sure they hit the tower. A lot of that going on. There was a big chunk of time where it was just attacking creeps. They definitely could have taken that tower, for sure. So that's unfortunate. But everybody back alive here for the Dire. And Gyrocopter, it's got 2,200 gold saved up. Sniper, meanwhile, going for the Maelstrom with the Dragon Lance. And take a look again at the Viper, or Venomancer, excuse me. Blink Dagger here, looking for the Yules. I would say Force Staff is almost a better choice in this spot. And Blink Dagger for the Shadow Shaman too, so their positioning is going to be quite nice. Again, Viper here with, okay, first item, Vanguard. Sitting second to last on the net worth. But sitting high on that net worth is Mute. There's the Yules with the Light Strike Ray, Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade. And I've got an X, I've got a Torrent, as well as a Charging Cal. And that'll be a kill this time for the Viper, so that's actually important gold going his way. Right into Roche they go. I don't know about this. Yeah, Epicenter won't be available if they try to counter this on the Dire, but your positioning has to be prime. Woot coming in, has Serpent Ward, so let's be careful, but double damage here for the Lina. Woot doesn't even drop anything. So this is Aegis unless they try to steal it, which I doubt they do. And, okay. Roche just goes the way of the Radiant Aegis here on the Lina. So that was questionable at best from Woot, for sure, and now they might even lose another. Moldova goes down. Nice little vision coming out from the Radiant, though. Look towards the tier 1. They're trying to push these creeps, force out the glyph. Of course, getting refreshed after they lose this tier 1 tower. And I don't know if you really want to be standing there. Yules comes out, but there's the call down. Lego gets the kill. There's the ulti thrown from this Spirit Breaker. Epicenter finally hitting on something. Burrow Strike as well. They don't kill Substar just yet, but that's only the Aegis blown on Mute. So back to full health, full mana, and they're looking to get more on the Radiant side. So stun's gonna miss, but the damage is out. One shot away from killing off. Lego gets it despite getting stunned to the tier 2 tower. Shackles comes through, but Laguna Blade out. And Viper gets the kill. Double kill here for the Lina. Viper dying once again. And Burrow Strike on Ogre. Again, not advised by myself, but Radiant really turning it around and grabbing themselves quite a bit of gold. All of a sudden, it's 3,000 net worth deficit into 2,000 net worth advantage. Possibly even, yeah, this is going to be more. The stun comes out. They've got the X. Here's the Torrent. There's the death of Molina. 4 dead. And that was eventually a team wipe overall. Of course, Glyph comes out again, but the push is on here from the Radiant. We'll see if the Dire are able to defend this. They do have the Sniper as well as the Venomancer up, but This is a tier 2 down over mid. Gold's going the way of the Radiant, extending that lead. It's a 6,000 net worth swing when all is said and done. 28 to 22. That's a 3,000 net worth lead for the Radiant, who are doing quite a good job despite having a Viper severely underfarmed. Which is good. I mean, they're working with what they've got. And you got to be able to do that. Maybe open it up for this Viper to find a little bit of farm and make something happen. Substar, I don't exactly think that's the way to do it. Rocket Barrage, Homing Missile, Moldova. Looking for the Assassinate is Wisher, but not going to find it. They'll get the kill. Substar, not too important in terms of where he is on the net worth. Does finally surpass that Shadow Shaman, as does this Viper, but giving up kills there. Not the best move, especially to the Gyrocopter. 8, 5, and 6. Getting very close to finishing off that BKB. Quite important to the fight of this Dire team in terms of their team fight overall. I mean, just with the BKB, 10 seconds, I think Gyro is going to be a very unkillable force, at least while the number is high. Ags finished here for the Lina. So Shadowblade Ags. Kunkka has both those Crystal Eye finished going into the Data Eye. Data Lusses? Crystal Lusses? Crystal Lusses? Data Eye. Data Loxin? Floxin? Who knows? Charge comes out. Shadowblade. I mean, Lina's got this Ags picked up, so I don't know how far away you're getting. There's the charge with the ulti. Don't even need the Laguna Blade. Dragon Slave comes out. Woot shows himself. There's the Hex with the Serpent Wards dropped. So this is actually a lot committed from the Dire, and I don't, again, do not think you want to be in this spot. If you're the Dire, you just leave. Here's the Viper. Viper Strike Poison. Nova comes out. And the charge on top of that. Venomancer will hit the deck. The charge comes through. Woot gets hit with the Laguna Blade. They lose a third. Nobody dropping, and let's just farm some Serpent Wards. That's always a nice little plan. So Serpent Wards down for a minute and a half. The push potential is gone here from the Dire. They lose 3 once again. 4,000 net worth lead for the Radiant. And, I mean, they're looking good. Again, it's this slow start that came out from the Viper that I thought might hinder them. But, yeah, Lina and Kunkka are doing enough at the moment. That's what they need. They need Lina to continue to be aggressive with this team, push off these fights. Maybe look towards top, pushing out this top lane, maybe forcing a fight. And winning a fight could turn into a tier 2, possibly a tier 3 high ground siege.
It's a Venomancer enhancer.
So, we'll see if the Dire are able to really shut down the pressure that's coming out from the Radiant. And ooh, take a look. Mutus here has found, I would say go for Wisher. He's the squishier of the two. But looks for Lego, misses the stun. Might want to lead with that next time. And actually they come over. Shackles through onto the Spirit Breaker. But you got to remember, Lina's behind your back as well as the Kunkka. Nobody looking for the fight just yet. There's the Shrapnel laid down on the Substar. Might lose his life. He's really not even charging out of there. There's the Ether Shock from Woot. They do kill the Spirit Breaker. 52 seconds, no buyback on the sidelines at the moment. Blink. Burrow Strike on the Viper. Lego a little bit low. Not really looking to go in at the moment. But the Blink forward. Ambitious from Woot. And this is most likely a death here on the Shadow Shaman. Yeah, they kill off the Ogre Magi, but again, Shadow Shaman dead. Blink, Burrow Strike, Epicenter on the tail end of that for Molina. Incoming is Wisher, so you have to be careful. You need to take out this sniper. Behind enemy lines is Mute. Seeing the positioning of all these heroes. Could just line a Laguna Blade on Lego, most likely get that kill if he lands the stun, but that might be giving up his life, and that might be too much for them to want to give up. Now the Invis is finally popped. Burrow Strike here. Assassinate comes through, I think, onto the Lina as they do kill off this Viper. Viper Strike thrown at this Gyrocopter with a BKB pop. Mute getting low. He'll be taken out by Wisher. And now the only one alive is Kunkka, and coming back to life finally is the Spirit Breaker. And they only lose the Shadow Shaman. So again, this just seemingly goes wrong for the Radiant as things get sloppier and sloppier as the fight continues. And this is just, that's what's hindering the Radiant, is sloppy fights like that, where you're now you were up 4,000 net worth, and back to even you go. So
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Dire just continuing to place the pressure. They really haven't backed up from this tier 2 spot. And their fights do go much better as 5, so they might want to farm up a little bit more, that's for sure. Serpent Ward's available. Let's see if he waits for level 3 to drop those down. Vision is here for the Dire, but also the Radiant, so they know exactly where the Dire are, but for some reason, that's not going to stop this Lina from going in onto the Shrine, and Epicenter, Serpent Wards drop too. They are committing so much to some of these kills that I really do question a couple of these pickoffs from the Dire, and how much are they really benefiting from this? If they're able to take a tier 3, yeah, that's a nice sign, but dropping Serpent Wards, Epicenter going down, that just seems like a bit of overkill, and with this team it kind of exists. Blink Burrow Strike, Wisher gets the kill onto the Ogre, so 2 dead. They could even just force the buyback. They should just back off and go. Take what they've got.
Is under attack.
So we'll see if they do that. Blink Burrow Strike onto the Viper, blink forward, Shackles comes out. Viper looking quite dead. The boat finally comes through. The call down strikes. Moldova gets the kill. Nobody low here on the Dire except for Lego. Burrow Strike again. Moldova finally backing off. Substar here with the Assassinate. The tier 3 still standing. Just attack the tier 3. Stay objective. 3 heroes dead. There's no reason not to, but the Shackles come through and Ether Shock hits. Now the Homing Missile changes directions onto the Kunkka. He'll be able to follow that up with the Burrow Strike. This could just be the whole team dead for a moment. Buyback finally comes in from the Kunkka, or from the Ogre Magi with the Yules coming out from the Kunkka. They lose the tier 3 finally. The racks are getting low. Still everybody alive here. BKB popped by Lego. He's a little bit low to be going in this deep. Doesn't even have the Aegis. Rocket Barrage comes out, and Laguna Blade. They'll clean up Wooten. One more shot. Again, this is just ambitious from the Gyrocopter. Now they lose the Sniper. Can't be going in like that. Burrow Strike hits, and they've got the X on mute, as well as the Yule's Taurian. Not going to hit on anything, but the boat comes in, maybe saving the life of Mute as it kills off Moldova. Molina as well. Tidebringer. Ah. Aimed in the wrong direction. Mute finally falls, but that is 4 dying for the cause here on the Dire. And the TP back from Molina, but again, just paying too much to get just the tier 3. At least in my opinion. So, just, again, looking a little bit shaky from the Dire in spots. And honestly, both these teams have not shown to be, I would say, prime at times. And that's holding them back, in my opinion. Definitely feels like there is a point where the Dire could have just outright won this game if they, especially played it cleaner on that bottom seed. Unfortunately, it doesn't go that way, and they lose 4 heroes, so they're forced to farm. They're forced to get these next couple of items and wait to maybe get the Aegis. I think next Aegis could be it for the Dire, but again, they need to make it work. They need to play it a little bit cleaner. We'll see if they're able to do so, as they do have a 3,000 net worth lead, but the first of 2 Data Lie picked up for Kunkka, and now he's just a handful of gold away from the recipe. 5 heroes over. There's the smoke. Let's see. This could be the Radiant's moment to make something happen. 33 minutes in, down 4,000 net worth. Again, they're working with the Daedalus. They find Gyro. There's the BKB on the backlines. It's Wounded Moldova, as well as the Epicenter coming through into the Burrow Strike from Molina. They'll kill off this Ogre Magi. There's the Spirit Breaker going down. Viper drops as well. All of a sudden, 3 dead here. Nobody gone on the Dire. They find themselves the Lina. No vision at the moment, but the homing missile continuing to roll forward. And they're looking for you. They lose Woot on the sidelines as Kunkka gets the kill. Stun lands, and this Shadow Blade duration is gone. Blink's Burrow Strike. They clean up Lina as well. Nobody's got buyback on the Radiant. Only losing the Shadow Shaman. Take the tier 2. Maybe just back off, go for Roche. But you have to play it smart. You have to get an objective out of this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And realistically, you could get the tier 2 and the Roche.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
X. Tidebringer. Quite a bit of damage out onto the Gyro. They take the tier 2. They might even push for the tier 3, but only the Lina is dead. At this point, I would say just go for Roche, get the Aegis, get the cheese, reset, have the Shadow Shaman ready to go. Serpent Ward's in 50. I'll come back in a moment.
Where's my pension?
There's finally the ping. Ags is out for the Shadow Shaman, so I'd really like him to save his Serpent Wards. Kunkka's here. There's the boat. X on back. Boat doesn't hit. We'll land onto the Roche, and oop, Burrow Strike way short.
Is under attack.
Still using these Plague Wards, but there's the vision, there's the charge. Moldova has to be careful. A lot of heroes coming in. There's the ulti. Hex comes out. Serpent Wards dropped one more time. The stun from the Ogre Magi into the Shadow. Shaman take a look over the Viper. He's going to be the first one to fall on the Radiant. Now the Laguna Blade follows that up. They've got 2 dead. The Epicenter through as well as the Burrow Strike onto the Kunkka. He's getting low. BKB popped by this Gyrocopter with the Rocket Barrage. They'll get themselves a kill. They'll find 4. The only one alive is the Ogre Magi, and that is not going to turn into Roche just yet. Wisher a little bit low as well as Lego, which means you just can't posture yet. And as I say, that Wisher goes in anyway. You've got Melina here, and they should be able to take this Roche regardless. Ogre Magi not looking to make a play, and really, honestly, at this point, just go all or nothing. Force Staff into the pit once the Aegis is on the floor, but they get the Roche, they get the Aegis, they get the cheese. And all of a sudden, it's 11,000 net worth ahead for the Dire. "36 minutes in, where is this game really taking the turn?" I mean, you take a look. These are the red marks. And these are the small amount of green marks. Radiant just haven't been able to take a fight, and that's almost due in part to the fact that they just have a Viper with just about nothing, and that's a problem. You're missing out on a core. You're fighting 2 cores against 3. Venomancer's farmed. He started the game as a support. You've got this Sand King ready to go as well. Gyro sitting top of the net worth. It's just unfortunate that the Radiant are in a situation like this. 12,000 down. Wisher on the back lines. They look for the tier 3 over mid. Tidebringer does quite a bit, and of course that's due to the double Daedalus and BKB pop. There's the Burrow Strike on a 3 as well as the Epicenter. Ogre goes down. There's the Viper. BKB pop by Mute. Lego hits the deck, and unfortunately he's not the one holding the Aegis. It's Wisher, but they do take out 3. Burrow Strike again onto the Kunkka. Serpent Ward's place finally this time for a building. Objective Gaming finally coming out from this Dire side, and oof. There's the assassinate attempt, the blind Burrow Strike! Come on, Melina, feel yourself. And there's the mid-setter axe, finally dropping ulti out onto the Sand King. 1 second till Burrow Strike, Venomous Scale out. Burrow Strike onto the Spirit Breaker. Wisher hitting away, trying to get out will be the Spirit Breaker, but you're going nowhere, you're dead again. 70 seconds, no buyback. And Dire, they're ready to move into the Radiant home and take out all these buildings and restructure around here. X. Tidebringer pops the Aegis. I mean, that's the damage of 2 Daedalus. Double data lie.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Top tier 2 gets denied. Kunkka again looking to show off the power of the Tidebringer. Got Molina here ready to blink Burrow Strike. He's got the Ags as well. Jeez, Ags Gaming. No Ags here on the Gyrocopter, but that's okay. Ooh, Burrow Strike on it too. Venomous Gale to follow it up. Wisher just with the heavy damage takes out Ogre Magi. He's now on a mega kill streak. He's 10, 6, and 21. Poison Nova thrown out by Moldova. There's the Tidebringer, but that puts Kunkka in a lot of trouble. Burrow Strike through. There's the damage. Down for 90 will be the Kunkka. And this is looking easy for the Dire as Shadow Shaman is the one pushing over towards top. So Ogre buys back, and meanwhile in the base, he's gone again. So, buy back you shall, but dead you are, and maybe Wisher loses his life as Epicenter comes through from Molina. Pearl Strike on to Moldova with the Venomous Gale, with the BKB pop by Mute. So stun, Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade available, throws it, and today, all of a sudden, on the Dire. But again, that's not going to matter too much. Bottom rack's gone, mid rack's gone, 20,000 net worth lead. Buyback's used here from the Radiant. And Dire just heavily ahead. Shadow Shaman is in front of your Viper. As well as, well, everybody is. Oh. Moldova. Just take the win, dude.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Just take the win.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
40 minutes in. One more tier 3 and one more set of racks stands for the Radiant, as they will give it all they can to try and defend this. Midas. Really, Venom. In that kind of mood. Okay. That's interesting. Gem picked up for the Shadow Shaman. Charge here onto Lego.
Radiant's
Let's back
top
at this
shrine
shrine.
is under attack.
Will not go through with that charge, and the shrine will fall. 5
Radiant's top
heroes
shrine
here for
has fallen.
Radiant. Do they have smoke? They do, but it's in the backpack of Ogre. Meanwhile, Molina pushing over bottom. He's level 25, 35 health regen instead of the Sandstorm. Slow and blind. That is true. He's actually level 25 before. Oh, that makes sense, actually. I guess. Actually doesn't make sense to me. Maybe he's taking the tomes. Ooh, there's the call down. Black Cannon doing a lot of damage. Takes out this Spirit Breaker. BKB's popped by both Alina as well as the Gyrocopter, but the damage don't care. They do take out the Viper. X is out. Stun. Torrent. Oh boy. It was the Gyrocopter. Ogre Magi will eventually fall. 3 dead on the Radiant again, but those are the 3 heroes that don't really matter in this game. Tidebringer will get the damage that just does to Molina. Gem is on the table somewhere. Moldova moving in forward. No Venomous Gale, and there's the X damage coming out from Wisher. The boat through, as well as the stun, and okay. I see you, Radiant, holding on. Looking for this could be huge. Epicenter, though, charged up. Blink, Burrow Strike, it hits, but the Tidebringer damage way too much. Wisher cleaned up from this game. The Torrent's going to come through. Dire, what are you doing? Mules is out. Molina, Burrow Strike, and Mute. Gotta be careful. There's the Sandstorm. Lena dead, 100 seconds, has buyback, though. So, may not want to use it, but 4 heroes dead on the Dire. I consider that a hold, in quotes, which is okay. I don't understand these insults, Moldova. Again, just take the win. Hex through, Shackles out. A nice long Burrow Strike coming out from Molina. There's the ulti, Viper Strike. Maybe not the best move. And you just see how hard the Kunkka hits for. He's 11, 6, and 13. Yeah, he's died a couple of times. 3 Daedalus? 3 Daedaloxin? The plural Vox is oxen. The plural of Daedalus is Daedaloxen. Fun facts, by the way. Oh boy. Hey now. Serpent Wards looking for the shackles, but does not have the mana. Okay. Cool. Charge now onto Wood. Viper Strike here on a Moldova. Keep talking trash, and you're going to eat your words. The boat through onto Woot. BKB popped by the Gyro. Viper, I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're under-farmed by this Shadow Shaman by about 3,000 gold. So there's not much you can do. Call down onto 2. There's the Shackles. Finds the Spirit Breaker. They actually find the Kunkka as well. Poison Nova thrown. And the damage will be over time as Kunkka with the Shadow Blade is not in a good spot regardless. So be very careful. Plague Ward here. One shot and you're dead. Just non-lethal. Thank you, non-lethal. Appreciate the non-lethal. Giving you a solid chance to survive. And maybe come around. Get a couple of kills here for the Radiant, but it's a 4-on-3 fight. I would say Viper should buy back, but he's basically inputting nothing into the game at the moment, so it's just unfortunately not worth it. X Tidebringer. Woo! 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 Oh! Water! Water, baby! Jesus! That was a 2200 crit there. God. Laguna Blade comes out and Lego goes a little bit too far, and I mean, I guess this is too far when you don't have your team around you, and dead you are. Kunkka's keeping you in this game. He's not even going for a Divine Rapier. He's going for a 3 Daedaloxen. I know people are probably triggered by me saying Daedaloxen, but it's the life we live. Oh, Luke's here. There's the Hex. Going for the Serpent Ward trap. But hey, I've got a Force Staff. My life is good. Just have to get to that radius.
Illusion.
Does have the surplus gold needed, but Wisher is here as well as Melina. Wisher, what do you got? You're going for a Butterfly. You have the MKB. Gyro, what about you? I mean, you've kind of slowed down a little bit. Ags for him as well. If I don't see Sniper get an Ags this game, I'm going to be quite disappointed because... Oh, hold on. Hold those thoughts. BKB popped by Mute. Not going to matter. Wisher gets the kill. Woot. He's getting a little bit low, but he's got the help of the Sniper as well as Roche. Double kill here. As they both have buyback, but this is Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard, which is important to finishing this game for the Dire. Like I said, get the Ags Sniper. Ags. Team Ags. Is that too hard to ask for? Is that too much to ask for? Refresher Shard just sitting down? I mean, yeah, you're going to have Refresher Orb soon, Shadow Shaman, but you might as well take the Shard too. Because why not? Still can't go... You know, this is flying. It can kind of go out through the trees and make its way back in. Come all the way down. Grab you that Daedalus. It could do that. But instead he's risking it himself. Another Daedalus picked up. Or, well, the Demon Edge. No. That's not the move. That is not the move. Put that Shadow Blade back in there. You're a madman. You're an absolute madman. Another Demon Edge. You're an absolute madman. You're a madman. What are you doing? Ooh, nice Torrent. Ogre Magi dead because, by the way, they're taking your base because you've refused to Shadow Blade and go back into the fight, and all of a sudden you're stuck in the trees. Kunkka, you had a base. It's now been glyphed up. You don't have enough for buyback because you bought out on the Demon Edge. Ooh, Assassinate comes through. They'll kill off this Spirit Breaker. Ogre Magi just bought back, but he's dead anyway. Wisher continuing on forward. Oh, okay, your base is just gone. Oh, alright, Kunkka. What did I don't know what I just witnessed, but he was the only one saving this team, and he just kind of he doesn't even participate in that last fight. I don't like